What's up, guys? Here with another story for you. It's 2 a.m. here, can't sleep, so I figured I'd just fucking get on here and start telling a fucking story. So, today I'm gonna be telling the fucking story of you guys see the fucking title, the time that I did like 8 grams of mushrooms just to the face. This was like my second time ever doing mushrooms, I'm pretty sure. So, it's pretty fucking crazy, but this story starts, I remember I woke up, I was just kind of like, I'd done shrooms the day before, and I'd done an 8th, and I didn't really feel anything, and at this point, I'm doing, acid all the time, I'm doing 10 strips just for fun in my basement and stuff, so I'm like, I want to trip harder than that, so I remember waking up, and I just started hitting up, everybody I knew that had mushrooms, and pretty much everybody was out of them except my homie, who ended up having a bunch of ounces of shrooms on him for some reason, which was weird because this friend of mine never fucking sold shrooms like that before. So it was just I got lucky, but I ended up waiting on my friend to get there for probably fucking 3 or 4 hours. It was kind of annoying. I remember we were waiting at the high school parking lot where we always would hang out, and then we fucking got in the homie's car, went and got food, fucking came back to the school, waited another hour, fucking went and drove around, and then went to the park, waited there for an hour, and then finally he pulls up to the rec center. And I've known this homie for a long time, and my friend Oscar was there with us, and we both went to high school with him, so we were we were still in high school at this point, junior year, but we'd known him since freshman year, and we didn't see each other ever at this point anymore. So it was cool to see him at least, and we talked for a little bit, we hung out. He ends up, I was buying a quarter off of him for $40, and he ends up throwing me 9 grams of shrooms because he was the homie and we hadn't seen each other in forever. And then I remember after I get the shrooms, because he parked a little bit away from where everybody was sitting. It was me, Oscar, our friend Mark, and then my ex. And so we were they're sitting back at this little spot, and we walk back, and fucking Oscar takes his shirt off, and he's like, bro, feed me mushrooms like a Viking shaman. And I'm like, okay, bro, I will. And he fucking covers his face with the fucking t-shirt, and I take these mushrooms out of the bag, and I just start feeding him, and I feed him a gram of the mushrooms, just because, it was the bro, and I was I don't give a fuck, I'll give you a gram. And so and then I just fucking do that, and then after that, I'm pretty sure there's a video of that somewhere. I don't know if I can find it, but if I can, I'll just find some way to show you guys that. It'll probably be on my Instagram or something. But fucking, so, yeah, we hang out at the park for a little bit. I didn't really eat the shrooms right away, because I was my whole plan was to do, all of it, and I was I want to, be at home, kind of, for this. So, we get in the homie's car, and then I remember our friend Zach ended up pulling up to, hang out with us, which was weird, because, we were all going home soon, and he pulls up, and then we get in his car, and we went to this smoke shop that we used to always go to. It shut down during the pandemic, sadly, but we go to this smoke shop, and I remember walking in, and fucking this head shop owner was super fucking chill. He was he was the coolest dude in the world, fucking. And I walk in, and he's my friends are buying butane, I'm pretty sure, for their fucking torches. And I think my friend was buying a nail or a fucking a wax container or something. But, we're talking to him, and fucking, I remember I ended up buying, a Mountain Dew for, $1 out of the fridge they had in there, so that I could eat the fucking shrooms, because after this, I was gonna, my homies were gonna drop me at home, so I was I'm gonna just eat the shrooms, fucking in the car, and then by the time I get home, I should be, chilling. And so we, I don't know how this came up, but we're talking, and he's he looks at me, he's do you need anything else, any weed stuff? And I was nah, man, I got a bag full of fungus in my pocket right now, I'm about to go fucking and have a crazy time. And he looks at me, he's dude, the best way to do mushrooms is to eat 5 grams or more, and just sit in a dark room and get a little scared. by yourself. And I was like, shit, I guess this is my fucking time. And fucking, so we leave, and, like, we get in the car, they're driving me back home, and I'm in the back seat with this big Ziploc bag of mushrooms, and I just open the fucking bag, and I just start eating them like nothing. I just started eating them raw, just fucking, like, just down in this whole bag of mushrooms, and I'm, like, drinking, like, this little can of Mountain Dew to fucking wash him down, and then I run out of Mountain Dew, like, halfway through the bag, and I just keep eating them. And then my friend Zach got a fucking root beer at the place, and fucking I asked him, I'm like, bro, can I please have some of that? And he's like, yeah, bro, just don't drink it all. And I take, like, 2 sips to try to wash all these mushrooms down, and I'm just swallowing fucking dry mushrooms, and I'm, like, about to throw up in the car. I'm like, holy fucking shit. But eventually I eat them all, and we're all good, and I'm just sitting in the car. And then I remember I, like, passed the fucking bag up to them, and they look at me, and they're like, did you just eat all of those fucking mushrooms? And I'm like, yeah, bro. And they're like, I thought you were gonna do, like, a little bit and save some. And I was like, nah, just eating all of them to the face. And fucking, so I get back home, like, they drop me off, and then I go inside, and I don't remember quite how this came up, but I'm talking to my dad, and my dad's like, did you eat today? And I'm like, not really. And he's like, do you want food? And I'm like, sure. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea, but I was like, yeah, I want food right now. And so I, like, get back in the car with my dad, and my dad takes me to McDonald's, and it's like midnight, pretty much. Yeah, it was, like, midnight at the time, I think. And I get, like, 2 of the fucking McDonald's breakfast burritos, because those things are fucking gas all the time. And I get 2 of those in a fucking Sprite. And, like, I'm sipping on the Sprite, I go home, I sit down at my dinner table upstairs, and I'm just, like, I open this one burrito, I take, like, 1 bite of it, and I swallow the fucking burrito, and my stomach immediately just starts, like, churning, like, it fucking hurts. So, it didn't hurt, I was just like, I'm gonna throw up, I think. And fucking, so I get up, and I'm like, I'm fucking, like, I'm like, but yeah, I get up, and I'm about to walk downstairs, and then my mom's like, can you clean the dishes in the sink? They're yours from, like, earlier today. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do the dishes real quick. And then I start doing the dishes for, like, 30 seconds. And then after that 30 seconds, I'm like, I feel my stomach, and I'm like, yeah, fuck, I gotta go, like, throw up or something. And I'm walking downstairs, and as I'm walking down the stairs, I just feel, like, the throw up coming faster and faster, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm, like, rushing down the stairs, but kind of going slow so I don't fucking make myself throw up before I get to the bathroom. And I'm, like, literally, I get, there's my staircase, and then straight forward there's, like, a big living room, and then, like, in the middle of the, like, little hallway that's between the staircase and my, like, where my room was, there's another door to the left, and that's, like, an unfinished boiler room, kinda. And then if you go into that room and then turn directly right, there was a bathroom down there that, like, my parents had built in. So I was going to that bathroom, and literally I'm, like, maybe, like, 10 inches away from the fucking door, like, the door frame of the bathroom, and I have my hand over my mouth, and I just fucking spewed, like, through my hand, and it, like, seeped out of my fingers and splattered all over the fucking ground and hit the wall. I was like, oh my fucking god. So I run to my toilet and I throw up, and I'm throwing up, like, full mushrooms. Like, literally, it's like I didn't even chew them. They're just the same fucking size and shape as they were before. And I'm looking at this like, holy fucking shit. And every time I throw up, I start tripping like 10 times harder than before I threw up. I'm like, holy fucking shit, bro. And, like, I'm looking at I don't know what it was, but I like, when I was looking at the mushrooms, I kept getting this super weird, like, feeling, and, like, the visuals would really kick in when I was looking at them. But then when I would look away from the mushrooms, it was, like, not as crazy. But yeah, so I throw up. I end up sitting in my bathroom throwing up for, like, probably, like, 20 minutes. And I'm just sitting there. And then my mom comes downstairs and knocks on the bathroom door. She's like, hey, can you do these dishes? Like, I asked you to do that already. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sorry. I just had to take a shit. And so, you know, I've kind of finished up my throwing up business, cleaned myself up. At this point, I'm like tripping hard as fuck. Everything's moving around. I feel like I'm not even on Earth anymore. I'm like, holy shit, I did a lot of mushrooms today. And so I go upstairs. I like half-ass the dishes. I do them really fucking fast, and they're not that clean. But, you know, I'm fucked up, and I was just kind of trying to get it done so I could go back into my room and just sit there. So I clean all the dishes. I go back into my room, like downstairs into my room, and I lay on my bed. And I kind of just, like, curled up into a fetal position. I was like, oh my fucking God, bro. Like, what did I do? I honestly, I was kind of like, I think this was a really bad idea. I don't know. And fucking, so I'm, like, laying in my fucking bed. And I remember, like, me and all my friends had, like, a group chat. There was, like, 10 people in it, probably. So my dumbass goes into the group chat. And I told everybody, it's like, bro, I did like 8 grams of mushrooms and I'm tweaking right now. And like Zach and Mark and Oscar, like the homies who were with me before, were in that group chat too. So it was all friends and shit. And they're all like, holy shit, bro, like, are you good? And I'm like, I don't even fucking know, bro. I'm just like tripping hard as shit. And then I remember I told them what happened. And then they asked me what's up. And I said, I'm good. And I turned my phone off. And then I don't even know like what happened to me, but I like it was like I was seeing like a fucking like it's like when you're daydreaming, but it was like fucking real. It was like I was there and shit. And just imagine like the aliens, like the xenomorph from the Alien movies. If you don't know what that is, you need to like figure some shit out with your life. But it's like the xenomorph from the fucking Alien movies, with no back legs, arms, like front arms, just like the alien from the movie, just with no back legs. And they're hanging from like a tree branch. But the tree branch isn't connected to anything. It's just like a tree branch in like with a dark background. Like there's nothing behind it, nothing next to it. It's just one single tree branch. And there's 2 of them, and they're hanging by their tails, like off of this tree branch. And they just started like talking to me about like everything in fucking life. They were telling me how like other drugs are just a distraction from the like problems that you have in your life, and fucking like psychedelics are the one thing that's gonna like actually open up your mind and make you like think differently and possibly be more productive with things, while other drugs are just there to suppress those like feelings and things you really need to think about, like, in order to better yourself. It was really fucking weird. And then they like it like cleared my entire fear of fucking death, because I was like, I don't know, it was weird. Like when I started, like, they started explaining dying to me, and I was like, dude, fucking, like, basically it was like they explained it like, when you die, you don't die, you wake up in like another fucking realm, surrounded by like other people who have lived life just like you, and you're like laying in this fucking like something from like Thor, bro, like something that Odin, like the thing Odin's in like for literally half the fucking movies. He's like laying in there dying and shit in the first one. And fucking like you wake up and you sit up, and all these people that live life just like you are like sitting around you, and they're like asking you like how the experience was, and if you had fun, if you enjoyed it. And basically it just kind of like made me realize that dying isn't the end, but life is the opportunity to kind of like do with it what you will, and take it by the balls and fucking make it yours, you know, and kind of fucking like take it as an opportunity. Yes, you're gonna die, yes, it's gonna end one day, but you're like being blessed with this little amount of time, this little speck of time in the grand scheme of the universe, that's going to like it's just an opportunity to like do everything, like to, I don't know, just to like live a fulfilling fucking like life and have something to feel purpose for. Life is just an opportunity to do with it what you will, and have the fun that you can, do what you want to do, like be who you want to be and all that. And then I also, I don't know, it also fucking told me a lot about like not trying to fucking like appeal to everybody and make other people as happy, and just kind of trying to be yourself. Because, like, and also it taught me that the fucking, like, there's no external force that's going to make your life harder, because the universe is so fucking big and the timeline is so goddamn long that the universe literally has zero time to worry about you and come fuck with your life specifically. There are literally there's like 8-9 billion people on the planet right now, maybe more, probably more, fucking, and there's a bunch of planets out there that probably have life on them. Believe it if you want or not, but there's a lot of other shit going on in the universe other than your fucking life. And if you think that you're the one person that the universe is just giving bad luck to, you're a dumbass, because everybody goes through shit. It's up to you to just pick yourself up and keep going. The universe isn't trying to keep you down, because the universe does not have time to deal with your insignificant little piece of time on Earth. And I'm not saying that your life is insignificant, but in the grand scheme of the universe, 70 to 80 years is fucking nothing. So, but yeah, I don't know, it really just, like, helped me, like, realize that life is a fucking gift, and you can't fucking, like, stress about everything. You just have to kind of enjoy it, deal with the bullshit, get through it, find people that you like, find people you love, and make the most out of it, you know? Don't fucking freak out. But, so I'm having this crazy, like, fucking revelation of things going on in my mind. And I'm texting this group chat, like, all of these things, everything I just told you. I'm, like, telling them everything that I'm, like, being, like, allegedly told by these fucking psychedelic space gods. And fucking, so I'm, like, and it was super weird. Like, I'm texting them and everything, and they're responding. They're like, holy shit, bro, you're going crazy. And I'm like, I don't know, bro, I feel fucking enlightened. And some of you are probably listening to this video right now like, bro, you're fucking insane. But I don't know, man, it meant a lot to me. It helped me fucking get through a lot of bullshit that I was dealing with at the time. So I don't regret it at all. I had a fucking great time. But so I'm texting everybody, and then I'm kind of like, I'm, like, still hearing these things and seeing these things, but it gets to a point where literally the alien things told me, they're like, we have given you as much knowledge as we can possibly give you for right now, and if you want more knowledge, you need to go to more extreme lengths to find it. And basically, I don't know how I got this from that, but I fucking came to the realization that I had to try DMT. So I will be telling that story later on. But yeah, fucking, and then after, like, after they kind of said goodbye and everything and told me that, you know, they were like, this was kind of the end of the whole crazy revelation thing, I look at my TV and my, like, Xbox is on, because I actually loaded up GTA. I was going to try to play GTA, but I was too fucked up to even touch a controller. So I'm just sitting there and I look at my TV, and you know when, like, an Xbox goes into sleep mode and the time is, like, on the screen? I look at the time, and right when I look at the time, like, everything slows down, like, back to normal speed. The aliens are gone, and I'm just high as shit. I'm just sitting there high as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck just happened, bro? Like, it was all normal. Everything was normal the moment I looked at the time. And I fucking tell the group chat this, and my friend, at the time, he's not my friend anymore, but this kid's Soren, he's like, bro, it's because time's not linear, and your brain can't handle that. And I was like, all right, bro. But yeah, that was pretty much the fucking story. After that, I kind of just, like, went to sleep, because I was honestly fucking mentally exhausted from everything that just happened to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and fucking, you know, if you were thinking about doing shrooms, I hope this kind of, like, helped you make a better decision. Obviously, don't start out with fucking 8 grams. Do, like, maybe 2 grams to an eighth and see how you feel and go from there. But again, I'm not telling you guys to do the things that I've done or the things that I do in these stories. I'm just informing you of the events of my life, because I think it was pretty entertaining, and I think a lot of people would enjoy to hear it and know what the fuck all this stuff is about, you know? I don't know. But again, yeah, thank you for watching if you made it this far. I appreciate all of the fucking support that I've been getting, even though it's not that crazy. It's only like 100 views, but 100 views to me is fucking insane. So, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.
Bitch, I all talk, yeah. Weight up on my shoulders, feel just like a boulder, get it gone. Shorty want my boulder, shorty on my scrotum, what she on? Better check my quota, gotta pay for this dick, don't. Tried to set me up, her nigga the ops, I say that shit smoke. Bet I make him croak, She hop on me like a frog, thought she was finna croak. Gave her some of this log, say this thing no joke. Told her don't take it to the heart, told her to act like she a ball. And my dick hurt.